All right, I'm here with Royal1, Joseph Downey Esports News Network. How you doing, man?
Good, man. Good.
All right, so you guys had I guess you would consider it one of the easier brackets, or one of the easier pools, considering you guys are coming out as the qualifier winners. So what kind of expectation did you have for your pool, and did you meet, exceed, or maybe not meet it?
We thought our pool was actually going to be pretty challenging. I'd say we have Navi, who's the #1 team in EU. So we were definitely not overlooking them, and they played us pretty solid. They came out hot, took map 1 off of us. I think we were just kind of that was our first game together on LAN, so we had a little bit of we just came out a little bit slow, but then we kind of steamrolled the rest. So that series went about as expected. Navi always I feel like we match against them every tournament in pool play, and they always play us really tough. So that went about as expected. And then we played Shopify round 2 in our second pool play match, and we practice against those guys a lot online, and they can kind of catch some teams off guard with their kind of unique play style, but we felt pretty prepared playing against them, and yeah, that went about as expected. The only game we lost was a really tight live fire strongholds, which is one of our weaker game types. So that was, I'd say, pretty status quo. We took care of business there. But yeah, overall, our pool, we definitely expected to win our pool. I'd say we were pretty clean in terms of map count wise. So yeah, I'd say it went as we planned for.
Gotcha. So coming out of the qualifiers, the teams that you guys are more competitive with you're likely going to see a lot more in this bracket. So is there any preparation you've done for these other teams that you may have seen in qualifiers or not seen in qualifiers and you're prepping for?
I wouldn't say we prep for teams specifically. We try to practice against as many teams as we can, and we don't get to play as many teams as we like to online. So there's not a lot of targeted practices for teams. It's more just kind of building good habits and figuring out how we want to play, so that when we match against the powerhouse teams an Optic or an SSG or something like that, we're ready to go. So I think we got some good reps in against them online in the qualifiers. So we know how we need to play against them and what we need to do to beat them. So yeah, we're feeling prepared. We're feeling ready.
And with this being the first live event, first LAN event of year 2, what are you seeing in differences so far as from your online tournament versus now coming into the very first LAN major?
Yeah, I'd say, the game always plays a little bit differently on LAN. I find teams generally play more defensive. They play to not lose as opposed to win. So, when you have a more aggressive play style, that doesn't work as well on LAN. But I think in terms of the differences between the qualifier, obviously for us, we're typically not as well performing online as we are on LAN. We get a lot more of our kills that we don't normally get online as we do on LAN. So I think that aspect is nice. We can kind of slay a little bit harder and get some more pivotal kills in games that might make more of a difference. That's probably the key difference. Other than that, it's pretty much the same.
Gotcha. So you said you're better team on LAN than online. You won the online qualifier.
Yeah, I would.
How are you feeling?
I honestly feel like we overperform when we win online tournaments like that. We're just not used to winning online. That's just how it's always been our whole careers. We got my brother up in Canada, we got PJ in New Jersey on some crap internet. We're never expecting to be at peak performance online. We've been practicing really hard, and it definitely shows in our online play, but we always feel like we're a better team come tournament time. So yeah, I'd love to keep playing how we do online as we do on LAN, because we've been winning, but I think we have a higher ceiling than what we've been showing. So hopefully we can hit it this weekend, and hopefully we can keep elevating our game throughout the season.
Great. And last thing is, we saw you backstage just about every break, hopping on the Xbox and playing while the players were talking. You missing it a little bit, the competition? You missing getting in there on the sticks?
I kind of do a little bit, yeah. It's tough for me to find a lot of time to play, with scrims and juggling everything else in life. But that's why I find myself playing in the back here at these tournaments, because you get to play on LAN, right? That's what I love, and you get to play on the connection back there is so good. I don't know what it is. I always just search matchmaking by myself when I come to these tournaments, and I'll play 10 or 20 games in a row just sitting down. You could tell I kind of miss it a little bit. I don't get to play as much Halo as I'd like to. It's more strategical for me. So when I get a chance to play, I'll always jump on it.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, man. Really appreciate it. Good luck in the rest of this tournament.
Thanks. Appreciate it.